Today I have a buddy. This is Magic. Yeah. Yeah. Magic wants to eat. I just fed him. He always wants to eat. I wanted to talk about a few things today. One of which is that I'm only a foster parent. This little bird is going outside the second he can. He's really close to that point. My dog says he wants to sniff him. Crows represent the sacred symbol of change. That's what they are. They are the sacred symbol of change. A crow is. And definitely I'm going through some major changes, right, in my life. And I wanted to include Magic, this little birdie Magic, that's his name, in this video because he won't be here long. He's only been here a few days and now it's time for him to go rejoin his people. I actually fostered one crow 3 years ago and she lives outside. She always was free. He's free. Imagine what my house looks like. I have towels everywhere, you know. But you can wash that, not a big deal. And this is temporary, so you got to embrace it, you know. But crows are the sacred symbol of change, and I just want to say that I've been going through lots of change. Lots of change, huh, Magic? I also want to say that, you know, I'm dedicating this channel to sex workers and to the pursuit of freedom. Freedom. You know, all wild things need to roam free. And on some level, I believe sex workers, we have a untamable spirit. We wouldn't be able to do the work we do if there wasn't some part of us that was wild and free. You know, free-spirited, I mean. And it's tough work, you know, it's not like it's easy. You know, people think, oh, it's easy money. No, it's not easy money, and the average person couldn't do it, you know. So, I gave up a horse on Mother's Day. Yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday. So a week ago, yesterday, I gave up a horse. I had 5. Down to 4. And giving up that horse means that I don't have to go back to work, you know, which is amazing. And I can just work on my book, which is almost done, and get it finished. So it's May right now, just before Memorial Day. And July 1st, that's my goal for my first book. I have another book that's already written. It needs to be developed more. It's already gone through 1 edit. And that book, I would like to release it September 1st, 2 months after. So we'll see if I make my marks, you know. I want to say that the addiction to sex work is real. It's real, you know. You know, I'm at 12 and a half weeks now of no marijuana. That's 3 months plus now. I don't know when I'm going to stop counting, but, you know, I'm 40, and I just turned 40 in April, end of April. And so I've not even been 40 for a whole month yet. And drastic changes are happening. Drastic. I mean, I basically couldn't work if I wanted to. Are you hungry? Should I feed him? The last couple bites I fed him, he spit out. So I'll make this video and then I'll feed him. But, you know, when I got that check, when they wrote me the check for the horse, this is the biggest check I've ever seen in my life. You know, I certainly didn't lay all that money down at once for that horse. I made payments, you know. I overworked myself and made payments. To receive that money back in one chunk was a significant blessing. I can never thank them enough for helping me. And truth be told, I am still torn that I even made that decision. Making that decision, though, expedited me forward. I paid my rent now 3 months in advance, taking care of an atrocious $2,000 water bill. Welcome to California. You know, pay through the nose for everything here. Bumped my hay room up. Got some things for my horses. And I mean, I still have a little chunk of that, but we'll see if I can live on it. You know, I'm very tempted to go back to work. Isn't that odd? Isn't that messed up? You know, that's what I want to talk about. The addiction is real, you know. Even though I have all my bases covered, I'm like, well, if I just did a day and a half here and maybe did 10 days or 7 days in June, well, I could have even a better cushion. But if I did that, I wouldn't make my goal of July 1st, which is extremely important. So today I've thought about leaving for a day and a half, but how can I leave? How can I leave? How can I take this baby with me? And am I really gonna leave it so it can fend for itself? I mean, it's at the stage where it could probably start eating on its own, but I offer it food to eat on its own. It doesn't eat it on its own. It needs a parent still. So its parents are outside. It will go home. Dia is the one I found 3 years ago. She's home with her people. I read that's really uncommon for crows who have been fostered to be accepted again in crow society, but I successfully was able to help Dia do that. Dia is one of them. And I know when Dia sees this baby, she's going to tell its people, and they're going to come for it, you know? But isn't it a miracle that it's in my life right now? It's like an anchor, you know? You're an anchor for me. Yes. You're holding me down a little bit in a good way. Like, I want to fly like this baby. I want to fly. I want to go get an extra cushion, you know? I want to make sure I'm going to be okay, extra good. How can I when I have this little child, you know? They also do this when they're warm. So I have a heater on right now so he could be a little warm. It's a cool day. They also nap with their mouth open too. So I'll try to make this video quick so I can get him away from the heat. I think he's not that close, but he could probably feel it because he's a bird. So it's a blessing, right? What a miracle that this anchor came to me, and a beautiful kind of anchor. So definitely God is with me, right? God is definitely with me. And I realized today, you know, and when I woke up this morning and I thought about going down the way for, you know, to an affluent area so that I could work for half a day today and all of day tomorrow. Maybe I take the bird with me. I don't know. You know, it kind of seems a little messed up. So I don't want to disturb your harmony. Don't want to disturb it, you know. My body felt like lead. Lead. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. It's really odd. It's like wanting a drink. If you're a drinker, you want that drink, but you don't want the hangover. You know, it's painful. It's painful, that hangover, the idea of a hangover. Yeah, little child, come over here. So, I don't know how well you can see him, but isn't he cute? Little magic. I try not to touch him. This is probably today and yesterday is the most he's been being more social with me, you know. So they're very social creatures. I would highly recommend never trying to keep a crow. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the tripod. They're not meant to be in a cage. They'll actually self-mutilate if they're in a cage. They really need to be with their people, you know. So Magic is going home with his people. In the meantime, Magic is saving me, you know. So I'm not packing up today. As much as the addiction. Are you starving? And you want dinner? So funny, his little mouth's open like that. If he was really hungry, he'd start making noise. So, could be feeling the heat. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you, that the addiction is real, unfortunately. And I don't think it's that we're addicted to what we do. Maybe some people are. I think it's we're addicted to, we know we can make money faster than the average. we know we can make it faster doing this kind of work. I just do hand jobs, central massage, you know. But to trade that for a minimum wage job and give all your time away and still not have enough to make ends meet, that's unbearable, you know. Inconceivable. Downright wrong, you know. So some people might think sex workers are wrong, but it's also wrong to work to death and get paid nothing. That's wrong. Also, work to death and never be at home. Work to death and never see your family. Work to death and never be around the ones you love. That's messed up, you know. Being a sex worker, it's allowed me a lot of freedom. But I'm ready to move on, you know. Similar to a game of pool where you call the shot, 8-ball corner pocket. I'm calling the shot, and I'm going to say July 1st. At the furthest date, July 15th, having my book done, my first book. So you're going to love it. You're going to love my book. Now, here's the next thing I want to say, and I'll close this video. Not everybody accepts us, you know. Not everybody accepts the adult industry in general and the various veins or branches that one can be on it, like a tree, like sitting on a branch. Are you going to fly away now? You going to stretch? Oh, stretch. I resonate with the crow. Yes, I do. I resonate with you. Yes. They're playful by nature. They'll do all sorts of interesting maneuvers in the air just out of play. Yes, you will. You'll play. Is your mouth still open? Not so much? I think he's thinking about flying. He's trying to fly. That's good. He needs to fly so he can go join his people. Crows don't fly from their nest. They fall. Every crow will fall from its nest. They must walk before they fly. Isn't that an interesting metaphor? To fall first, then walk, then fly. Yeah. They have to develop their breast muscles, their chest muscles by walking. That's how they gain strength to fly. So they have to be on the ground for a while. If you see a crow that looks like this on the ground, leave it alone. Its parents are probably nearby watching over it, you know. If it seems in dire straits, you know, like it's dead or half dead or its dog's gonna kill it, maybe you might intervene, but it's part of their path, you know. They like dark colors because they blend in with it, so black and dark colors are good for a crow, especially of this age. They're naturally monogamous. I feel like I am that way. I haven't really had a partner to be monogamous with, so I've just been monogamous with myself, you know. That's why I just do hand jobs. Or have only done hand jobs all this time. Magic! You little angel baby. Magic! They're very social. There's so many things about a crow. All good things. They're actually omens of good luck. And they represent death, but they can represent death. Not always. They can. But it doesn't necessarily mean death of a person. It could mean death of a lifestyle, death of a habit, death of a pattern, you know? And that's what's happening with me right now. The pattern of going out to work is dying, which is good. I've needed a lot of help, and the universe knew that. God knew that. So I have an anchor. This little beautiful baby bird is anchoring me down where I can't run off and go make money the way I normally do. And thank God I've been investing in $1 million horses. I mean, they don't cost $1 million, but almost, you know. And I was able to sell one and live on that for a minute. So there's no urgency right now. The only urgency is to finish my writings, and I cannot wait to do that. This is what I wanted to say. Not everybody accepts us, or our path, or the information that we know and bring. With all this sex trafficking laws that are written in a way that's hurtful to many people. I think now is more time than ever to speak out about this topic. It's the best time ever to release my written project. And we all need to come together for human rights for the sex worker, you know. There's a lot of people who don't want that. I may lose a lot of friends. I may have people who don't want to associate with me anymore, you know, because they can't accept it, and therefore they won't accept me. I'm okay with that. I would consider myself a pure heart, a very genuine person. You know, what you see is what you get, you know, and I'm loyal like a crow. I have strong family ties like a crow. I am naturally playful like a crow. Highly intelligent like a crow. Seek to fly higher and higher, just like a crow. There's so many things about crows that I resonate with. I did not even know that till the first one showed up 3 years ago, you know? But it's obviously significant that it's time for me to change. It's time for change to happen. And how does that happen? Quitting cold turkey, maybe that's the way. Or trickling out, I don't know. Each person will probably be different, but if I could ever be of help to any of you who are trying to get out, you have my support always. I'll never forget my roots, where I came from. You know, I've been in this industry for 2 decades. It doesn't mean that's who I am. It just means that's what I understand. I understand a lot of it, and I'm not going to pass judgment on any person, no matter what branch of the tree they sit on, you know? I have a dear friend who wants me to go back to school, and I want to, and I'm going to, and I am. She wants me to give up my horses, pretty much. She doesn't think I can afford them. She told me that it's like blood money. Paying on my horses the way I've been making my money. You know, I don't know about that. You sell a horse, you sell a car, you sell anything. How are you supposed to know where that money came from? And does it really matter? Money is money. It could be cocaine money. It could be marijuana money. It could be... Are you napping? He was actually kind of sleeping before I made this video. It's funny that they can sleep with their mouth open like that. Anyways, yeah, I don't think this person thinks my book is going to be good. I think this person thinks that I should just abandon this industry 100%, not look back, and not hold on whatsoever. And I'm not trying to hold on as much as I'm not going to leave my people behind. Not to mention, I know a lot about things that people don't know about and are so curious about. The underworld, the underground. You know, I've watched some instructional handjob videos online recently, and they are... Child, are you hungry? Bogus. Not true to life. Greatly misinformed information. You know, I've done over 100,000 hand jobs. I think I know a couple things about that, you know. It'd be sad to take that information with me to my grave. Now, some people out there may not think that's a worthwhile topic to talk about. I wish I spoke all things of crow. I'm Creek Nation, by the way. I am Native American. Are you hungry, child? So, I can't care about what anybody thinks. Nor should you. It doesn't matter what the topic is. You have to follow your own heart. It's great to seek counsel from others. I highly recommend it. But as any person who seeks counsel, if you were a monarch or some kind of royal and you had a council cabinet of some nature, you wouldn't do exactly what they suggest right off. You would hear them out, listen to them all, and draw from them what makes sense to you, what you resonate with, and make the best decision moving forward for you and for your people, you know? So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to love everybody in my world no matter what, you know? They have my undivided love forever. But people who don't understand, bless their hearts, you know? If people are not going to be my friend, if they're going to make me an outsider, are you telling me secrets? Because it sounds like you're saying a secret. Stretch. This is what it needs to do. It needs to stretch and walk. It's been walking around the house a lot today, and the counters. It made it into the kitchen today. He did. Magic. But anyways, I just can't care about what anybody else has to say or think about my path, you know? It's my path. It's what I understand. I think there's a lot of value in it. It's profound work. It's extraordinary in the sense that not very many people understand it. And wouldn't it be nice to have a credible source speaking of it, you know? Yeah. So July 1st, that's my goal. That's my goal for my book, people. That's like 6 weeks away from now. I can do it. With no distractions, I can do it. So that's what I'm doing. So the path to greatness is never paved smoothly. There is some kind of suffering. There's obstacles. There's hurdles to jump over. You know. I have my birth mother trying to make things hard on me by pushing my severely mentally ill brother, who's now choosing to be homeless in my neighborhood. She wants me to adopt him. I had to serve them both with restraining orders, and now I get to go, today's Monday, I get to go spend a day in court on Friday dealing with that. I could use my time so much more wisely than that. The time she steals from me, I tell you, if I hadn't had her in my life being such a bad weight, like this little baby is anchoring me down in a good way. I'm talking like a bad anchor, an anchor who drowns you. I would have probably flown much sooner and not been her hero child trying to help her all the time. But when I reach 40, enough is enough, you know. My new motto is kiss my ass, besame mi culo, gum show, which actually means go to hell. But trying to find in every language possible. I learned it in Armenian, but I'm not sure if I'm going to say it wrong. I don't want to disrespect anybody. Is it Vos Baka? Is that it? Something like that. Kiss my ass. That's my motto for everybody. I realized just a few days ago my ass isn't big enough for all the puckered lips that need to kiss it. I'm sure that list will increase as this year goes on and all years to come. But I am a very loving soul, and I'm a very genuine friend, and I will be there for you no matter what, you know. This little baby learning that. My dogs know it. My horses know it. My little piggy knows it. And I have been taken advantage of by people who are in my family. So I'm saying this because you might have people in your world trying to take advantage of you. You know, sex workers, you think we just put it up our nose. I'm not an addict like that. At best, I was a pot smoker. 2.5 years ago, I was a drinker. I haven't drank in 2.5 years. A lot of sex workers are caring for their family. Some have children. Some have elderly parents who need them. Some have, you know, what everybody has. Some have autistic people in their family. Some have mentally ill people. Some have physically handicapped. We all have challenges, and sex workers cover the bases on that too. Sex workers pay for those types of bills also. You know, just don't think that, oh, a sex worker is the low down, dirtiest, crummiest, murky lurky, awful kind of person to ever slither across the face of the earth. That's bullshit. We are fantastic. Some of us are extraordinary, and you would never even know that we are a sex worker until we divulge it to you. We don't walk around with it on our sleeve, solicit it everywhere we go. If you don't get to know, you don't need to know. That's how most of us are. The idea that we could be out there promoting ourselves left and right, trying to snatch up innocent little children off the street, groom them into this profession. That's bullshit. I think most sex workers out there would never want to see anyone they love come into this field, you know? But there's some of us, there's some souls out there who are maybe destined, or they have the abilities to do this type of work. And they should be held with incredible respect, for they offer society an invaluable service. Sex workers are therapists, we're healers, and we're necessary. We're absolutely necessary. You'll never take us away. You'll never squash us. You'll try as you may, you'll never remove us from society as society seeks us. They seek us daily. You want to get rid of the sex worker, then you need to get rid of the need for the sex worker. And that comes from bored people in unfulfilled relationships, or single persons who don't have a positive outlet, so they find a sex worker. You be a hand job specialist, full service, tea girl, dancer, who knows what. There's lots porn, you know, visual artists who are just on print or video. I mean, we're human beings too, and we are God's children also, and we literally are doing God's work, though you may not think so. So that's the irony, though, is because the best places I've ever been for work has been the Bible Belt. So what's going on there? What's going on with that? What you doing, little child? Do you want to turn around and show the world your face? You just gonna keep whispering secrets into my ear? Aww. So little Magic will go home here soon. A couple days or a week maybe. I don't know. He's ready to go, kind of. I just want to make sure he can feed himself and that he's going to be adopted. Hopefully Dia will adopt him. Yeah, I'll introduce you today to Dia and see what Dia says. Dia's going to have a lot to say. If I don't bring Dia's food out when I feed the horses, she lands by me very closely and reminds me, hey, I'm here. Would never put a bird like this in a cage ever, and I would never keep them ever. A bird like this needs to fly high, just like me and just like you. We need to fly high, you know? So don't let anybody ever project their opinions onto you and make you receive it and accept it as what your ideas are, because you're entitled to your own free thinking. It's called free will, and Earth is in a free will zone. Yeah, free will. And some people who may love you may have the best heart intentions out there, but their words may not match it. And also, some people, they can only, based on many factors, you know, belief systems are real. So based on their belief system, they may only be able to accept so much. And that's okay. We just got to accept them for who they are, right? Love them as they are. But hopefully they'll return us the same courtesy and love us for who we are and not try to change us. The only person who can ever change anything about yourself is you. And that doesn't matter if you're a sex worker or not. If you're in an unhappy relationship and you're miserable and you hate your life and you tell yourself every day you hate your life, and you have a great job and you're living the perfect life and you have a great house and you're driving a modern car and yet you hate your life, now that's real. That happens every day. You're the only person who can change it. You got to do something bold, brave, courageous to change something like that. I thought of secrets. So I'm going to go say goodbye for now and feed this little baby. But yeah, I can't care. I cannot care. Not one damn, not one lick of one damn what anybody's response is going to be to me, telling them that I've been a hand job specialist for 18 years and been in the industry for 21, because the first couple were, you know, an exotic dancer of 3, the first 3. I've tried to get out a couple times, but no one ever stays out that long. I only was able to stay out a year, and that was twice. 2 times I left stayed out about for a year each time. So, yeah, can't care. I'm 40 now. I cannot even care. There's one thing to say you don't care. There's a whole nother ball of wax to actually mean it, you know. Would you like to turn your face around and get your dirty little bum feathers not facing the camera? Are you going to stretch? Maybe he's camera shy. Magic! So yeah, I can't care. Life's too short to care. Especially anymore. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Are you hungry? Manger? Should I try feeding him for you all? Let's see if he'll... I'm right-handed, so let's see if he'll... I gotta feed him with my right. Magic! And you want... So, this is how I feed him. This is a little thing of water. You're not really supposed to give a crow straight up water until they're... I mean, they're more of a grown-up before they drink water. Are you gonna jump on my head? I felt you think that thought. So this is some hard-boiled egg. Now he ate all the yolk already. The yolk is the best. Oh, it's delicious. So little baby birds, especially crow. I mean, I can't say birds in general. All birds require different food. Crows are scavengers and they can eat anything. They're also very hardy birds. They can survive lots of stuff. And they're highly adaptable. Isn't that great? Isn't that a great lesson? Highly adaptable. I learn a lot from crows. Not only do I resonate with the crow a lot because I'm very similar, I think, but they also teach me to be highly adaptable. So right now, that's what I'm working on, being highly adaptable. Are you hungry? Oh. Sometimes I do that, you know, do the little finger to make sure he's hungry or not. Manger. When Dia was a baby, I would always feed her and say manger, and I'll be damned, she learned that word. So now I could call her out of a tree. I mean, not anymore as much, because she used to land on me before I started traveling. Yeah, the joys of a bird. They just kind of do whatever they need. Bye, Magic! Okay, so on that note, I just want to say thanks for being here with me today. Much courage to you all, much bravery to everybody, if you're a sex worker or not. Much bravery and courage to you to make drastic and everlasting changes in your life. Pursue the path of happiness, whatever that means to you. Take the road less traveled. Get away from the bah and the moo flocks and herds. You don't want to be going the same direction everybody else is going. You want to beat to your own drum. March to your own drum beat. Do your own thing, you know. Create your original content. Make your YouTube station. Who cares if no one's watching right off? I can't even care about that, you know. Is this going to bite me in the ass later? I don't know. I have arrest reports out there with my name on it. That will bite me in the ass, maybe. Isn't it better that I speak about this stuff, clear the air, you know? You can hear it from the true source, you know? Life is too short to live for anybody else other than yourself. You gotta make you happy. And if that means pursuing an impossible dream, then I applaud you and say go for it. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. Tell yourself you can, and you will. It may take you a while, but you'll get there. You know what I mean? And don't let anybody squash you. Don't let any dream squashers smash you. Because just because they can't see it doesn't mean it's not possible. If you can see it, it's absolutely possible. And you cannot anticipate anybody else out there understanding what your vision is. Being a visionary is pulling things out of thin air, and so many brilliant people across the board from all times in life, in history, have been thought to be crazy, and then later are revered as genius. Because at the time, the masses did not understand what this brilliance was. Until later, when it started to click and they realized how essential whatever it was that they created, you know? There's a lot of stories like that out there. Probably from the telephone to the light bulb to the motion picture camera, you know, and more than that, you know. So don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. If your heart and your mind can see it, then run towards it like there's no tomorrow. Run into the wind, and don't listen to the people who are trying to discourage you, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. Surround yourself with positive people. Get into your positive habits. Get into your healthy lifestyle living. And miracles will unfold. God will send you signs. Like a little bird named Magic. And Dia, who came 3 years ago when I suffered a horrible arrest. And I couldn't work, terrified. I don't even know how I kept my house. By the grace of God, you know. But Dia means through and across. And she definitely helped me through and across. And I didn't even know that's what her name meant until that was her name already, you know. So this video is long enough. I just wanted to share that I had made you a video in over a week, and so lots of thoughts going on with my mind today. But I'm going to turn the camera off now. I'm going to write. I'm not going into the field. I have a cushion in my account. My horses are fed and happy. Everybody's good here. And 6 weeks and counting. I only have not much to create. I'm thinking 2.5 chapters, 3 at most to create. I can do that when I'm being unbothered. So yay, kudos to me. Kudos to you. Bright blessings. Be well. If you like this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more, please subscribe. And in the meantime, bright blessings and be well.